this new guy wants to do. We've just met, so I haven't got a clue what his plans are. So, but my plan is to go Krakow, and as this is my car, um, I kind of going to take it with me.
Yep, for the moment you're dragging along. He's driving it though.
Yeah, well,
Well, he points a gun at me.
Yeah, that's true. He does have the gun. So the 1982 Yugo fled the scene, and here we are on the road system outside Radom. Radom happens to be a strategic center. You've noticed there's like meeting of five major roads go through. That's why it was a big battlefield. And you're fleeing the scene. There's still stuff going on. You got a kind of blood all over your head and such, and the wound is throbbing somewhat. And you're driving this Yugo. Do you want to keep driving this round and leave the hex you're in, or do you want to do something else? I guess we're going to start the game. You have to tell me what you're going to do this shift, and I'm going to roll for weather. It is it's about noon, about 12 o'clock actually. High noon.
Yeah, I assume they will be still driving, trying to get some distance away from the battlefield itself before, yeah, at least fresh, yeah. Yeah, because you said this car goes pretty fast, right? Like in a
Yeah,
shift, you said we could travel like a lot. So yeah, I
10
guess he
hexes
will
in a
be,
shift.
yeah, and then he will be driving away for a bit before pulling over to see what's happening to this guy, to his new friend.
I was mentioning to Jason that this car can't really drive off-road. It's only two-wheel drive, unless you want to make some really harsh driving checks.
Yeah, because this only have normal wheels, so yeah, and it's like a normal car. It's not a four.
Still possible, but it's
Yeah,
like
but
there's still
hard.
back roads and stuff in those forest hexes. It's 10 kilometers by 10 kilometers, but sometimes it's pretty tricky, especially after 4 or 5 years of war.
Yeah,
So which way do you want to go if you're
I
driving?
guess he will go at first. I guess.
Radom is kind of no go. You can't go to Radom right now.
But where are we right now?
You're in the car.
I don't see the car.
You don't see the car? Oh shoot.
No,
Why don't you see the car?
I only see the map. I don't see like any icons or anything. In fact, the map itself is like a bit grayed out, so maybe. Now I see the car. Yay!
Oh, you do?
Yeah, now I do.
Oh, okay. So you should be able to double click it and stuff?
Yeah, and now I also see the red square and
Oh, isn't
everything.
that
I
odd?
have a little circle of vision now. So
Okay. I think we got this figured out.
yeah, I mean, if the car is there, I guess he will go.
If you now, I
Yeah,
was going to warn you as well. Every time you're within a hex of Radom, there's a chance you'll run into Soviet forces.
yeah. I think he's going to head. There was a way to turn this around, wasn't it? I
Yeah, you can
remember
hold
the other
shift
day.
and scroll.
Yeah, I think we're going there.
And I'll get a top-down token of the car, actually, then that way it doesn't
Yeah.
look like you guys are in a river upside down.
Yay.
It's kind of awkward to see where it's pointing anyway.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
a
think
bit.
I get the picture. You're going to go southeast into that road hex?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
away from Radan as
Now there
quickly
should
as
be a way to
possible.
ping. I have to download some way to ping. Isn't that ridiculous? Yeah. And there's a drawing tool. So can you guys see that? The blue bar.
yeah.
All right. So let's get a passive recon roll from our passenger if that's what you're doing, and you can hold shift and then it goes in the middle. So you get a passive recon as you're driving in. Now from a vehicle you're -2 when it's moving. And
Okay.
this is over the last 40 minutes or so. You guys are bombing along, and the sounds of battle have gotten a little more distance. You can hear the odd whoomp whoomp, speaking of, I could get some.
So basically, I get -2, but I also get a +1 if we're trying to remain undetected, which is, I suppose, we are trying to do.
Yeah, but not in a vehicle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be if you were like, yeah, sneaking along, right?
Okay.
Yeah, on foot.
Right.
Vehicles are pretty strict because it's just, yeah, you're in a car. Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
so potentially, you guys are moving along, and there happens to be a cloudy day, as it always is. It's always rainy and cloudy, it seems these days. And you're zipping down a road. And if you guys want to say or do anything for a second, I just have to make a quick card roll here. All right, you guys move through the road hex uneventful, and with a lot of luck, it seems there's nobody around. You're just keep going. Do you want to keep going, or it's still the same shift? So you can. It's been about 40 minutes, and you've gone about 10 kilometers.
It's up to you. I'm not going to be doing anything until, I've got blood all over my face, and I don't know you, so I'm holding my gun on you at the moment. So.
Yeah, he's going to. I think he's going to follow the road another hex towards the east. Yeah, southeast.
Okay, and I was just gonna pop something up. I had an idea here.
Here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're zipping along, and you enter this hex, and did you make your roll for recon if you could?
Oh, yep, I can do, yeah. Is it still at -2, yeah?
Yeah. Up ahead, you see an old checkpoint. Actually, you pass through an old checkpoint. Uneven terrain lies on either side of the road and further littered with steel hedgehogs. Sandbogs lay atop crushed cars, providing a place for machine gun emplacement, though the weapon itself is long gone. Where there might have been a gate are oil barrels piled 3 deep. Whoever left this post didn't want anyone getting through easily. And it's an old checkpoint from probably a couple years ago. You could tell right away, and you were upon it because you failed your recon roll. You sort of were almost upon it, and there was a moment of panic as you thought that this was a checkpoint, and but there was nobody manning it, and it had been, parts of it had been pushed to the side by some sort of vehicle so that you could drive through it. Now, just to let you know, stuff like this, you could have an opportunity to stop here and spend a shift scavenging and stuff like that. But I know, just to let you know, the possibilities when I tell you about things like this, it's often, hey, there's potential for something here, and it could be bad too. The place could be booby trapped. And just to say, it goes either way. When I draw the oracle card, it could be a nasty one. Just to let you know, the game kind of is a bit organic that way.
Well, we've moved 2 hexes now, so we're well away from Radom. So we stop. You can patch me up, and then we can have a quick scout around and see what we can find, because we've already used 4 units of fuel up, and we've only got 16 left. So if you can find some alcohol or anything like that, that'd be quite good.
Sounds. This place might have something. You did notice road signs that said 8 kilometers Zwollen.
Yeah, which is another 16. Which is another 16 liters of fuel, which we all our fuel up. So if we can find some more, then if we need to do any detours or avoid anything, we'll have enough fuel to cover it.
I will warn you, there's a list in the ref's manual that has scarcity of items, and it depends on where you are. So if you're in like a city hex, the chances of finding fuel go up. If you're in an industrial zone, of going up. A military installation, you know what I mean? In the middle of the forest, your chances of finding fuel are almost 0.
Well, of course, it makes sense.
Yeah. But as I said, this location. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of tutorials here just to kind of help you guys out, and I hope it's not being too picky.
Well, so we stop then, patch me up, and then we'll have a quick scout around, see what we can find.
All right. Now, so you're going to spend a shift. First of all, you can do a medical check on him. That doesn't take long. That takes like a stretch.
Okay.
Which is 4 minutes to 8 minutes or so to patch.
You're still talking to Stefan on Polish?
Oh.
And yeah.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you know, I mean, yeah, I'll be speaking Polish to you because, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm Polish.
What he has, is it considered like a critical injury?
No. His is non-lethal. He'll be okay in about 3 days, you figure. He needs a medical check. Actually, it's supposed to happen sooner. I didn't want to nitpick. Technically, you do a medical check in this circumstance. Like, he has a concussion. There's not a lot you can do. You can give him a few stitches. And then just tell him, you know, you got to take it easy. And he has his coolness under fire rating -1 for 2 days. And then he has a headache as well. But it's actually a lighter injury than most concussion.
So you could probably just stitch me up, stop the flow of blood, and give me some headache tablets, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay,
and,
this is for critical injuries.
And he'll have a stinger headache for a while. So you also get back the number of hits that he gets successes. So you get 1 hit point back if you had lost one, and I think you get a stress point back if you have stress. And you can right or left click to add or minus points, by the way, on your character sheet.
Oh, right. I was thinking, how do I get rid of that? Okay.
And you can adjust your fuel in the car. I put it down to 16.
Yeah. Did you say I get back 1 stress?
Yes.
Right.
And a health.
Hit. Yeah, I had 1 hit and then 2 stress, so my hit's gone completely and my stress has gone down to 1.
Good. All right, so now you have to decide what you're doing the shift. You said you're going to scrounge and look. There is a town up ahead as well.
Yeah, I think we need to check here first, though, before we go any further to a town. Whether we decide to go to a town or not, that's up to us. We'll decide that. But let's just see what we can find here. I mean, if we're going to go to Krakow, we're going to need fuel. So.
Okay. Every shift I draw an encounter card, and that doesn't mean anything necessarily will happen. So far, your cards have not been effective because, anyway, you just happen to hit them.
I mean, I don't know what his plans are. This new guy, Stefan, and so you know, I may ask him that. What is his plans?
Sure, you can role play this a bit. I might have to lock my cats up.
So yeah, what are your plans?
Well, he will try to explain, but yeah, his Polish. I mean, he speaks somewhat Polish, but it's not the best, and he will try to say like, well, I don't have much plans yet, but I'm trying to see if we can maybe do, I don't know, find some place that ignores the struggles of the wars, where I can put my skills to use for everyone. We have all been fucked enough by the, well, leaders of this war.
Right. Well, I'm heading to Krakow, so that's what I'm doing. I need to get to Krakow, and
why Krakow?
Because I need to meet someone there.
Who are you, by the way? and he will go to introduce himself. I'm Stefan. He
Okay.
looks you up and down, but doesn't really stretch his hand or anything.
Yeah, my name's Jakob. I was part of the Polish resistance. But they all got shot by Russians, so I have to now meet up in Krakow with another group.
I see.
So that's where I'm headed.
Well, I don't know. I doubt my.
I point to the road sign that says the street. It says a sign indicating the next town, which is that Volon, or whatever it's called. I go. There's a town 8 kilometers from here.
Yeah, maybe I can find an opportunity for what I seek there. We might as well try. Now that you're a little better, maybe, yeah, we could try to reach there, though we'll have to figure out a way to get past this point first. This is looking at the checkpoint.
So you pull over your car, and you turned off the engine, and you pulled off. Like I assume you parked the car like in a little area that's behind like one of these huge mounds of sandbags and 45-gallon drums that make up part of these barriers that you went. And to your surprise, you get out of the car and you kind of, Xavier or Stefan, you go over to relieve yourself, sort of like, oh man, it's like, and just as you're relieving yourself, you look down the road and you can see it turns, and behind the barrier you didn't notice, there's the remains of a big battle. But it might have been even from the recent battle yesterday. There are numerous tanks blown up of both Soviet and Allied manufacture. I'm just working on a real quick. Actually, I'll give you an idea of what you're kind of seeing here. So far, all the armor you're seeing is I'm just randomly throwing a whole bunch. It says there's a big battlefield up ahead, and it says there's numerous armored vehicles, tanks, burnt out vehicles. Smell of death hangs in the air. And you just kind of finished taking a leak, and you're looking, you're just going, wow. And you've seen some big battlefields, but this is definitely where a couple armored forces clashed and blew each other to bits. And it looks calm right now. There's no sign of life. You don't see or hear anything. Mind you, you haven't gone in and scouted it yet. You're going to be up in the top part of the map. You see those rocks there? You were taking a leak beside those rocks over there. If you follow, can you see this map? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we do.
Okay. Is the road actually quite clear? Can we pass through it? Can we pass all these vehicles?
You think so? You're not sure, but yeah, it looks like there's a way through. It's really eerie, and you're just like, wow. There must be 40 or 50 at least tanks, at least. Like, this doesn't do justice. The mount here, it goes on and on. You know what I mean? It's impressive, rather impressive. Big tank battles taking place months ago. Pardon me. So it's old. None of them are really burning still or anything, and they all have the black marks around them where their munitions and fuel exploded, and so on.
Well, we'll have a quick squint around this checkpoint and see what we can find. Then we'll, I suppose, do what we're going to do after that, I guess. I think searching this checkpoint first, and then maybe moving on to have a look at these tanks and stuff. But I doubt there'll be anything there really. But seems like it's burnt out.
All right.
Maybe we will find something useful around here.
It looks there could be things here, definitely, especially all these armored vehicles. I mean, some of them look like they're all destroyed more or less, but you know, some are burnt out husks, but others look kind of complete. You know what I mean? But
We'll have a look around and see what we can find, I guess.
okay, so let's open up our organizer. Down the Polish campaign, party organizer. And then, so, does anybody want to keep watch? Now,
Well, if we have a look around, but keep an eye open as we do so. You know.
okay. So
Well,
one
we'll be
person...
looking anyway, won't we? I mean, in the way where we keep the watch, because we'll be looking around, I guess.
Yeah, you will, but then it would... But in this game, and I know there's only 2 of you, so for the moment, I'm going to let one of you give the passive recon while you're scrounging. But it is going to be -1 because you're scrounging.
Okay.
And only one person can scrounge in the same hex, but the other person can assist that person or do something else.
Well, if we look around different hexes, we'll get things done quicker, won't we?
Yeah, and you guys have enough food and water to carry over for the day, or a few days, I'm thinking, right?
I've got 6 rations, so
Oh, okay.
That'll keep me going for 6 days.
We have to take one for today.
Yeah.
Stefan,
5.
do you want to move your character to somewhere? So, James, you're going to scrounge.
Yeah, I'll have a look around, yeah.
Okay, so I'm in the organizer, by the way. I'm just moving your...
Yeah. I guess he will... I mean, I think he's going to try, if he's scrounging, he might try to find water in here, maybe.
So that's foraging.
Foraging.
Yeah. And look to see if you have bonuses and who's better at foraging. I think they're both survival rolls for foraging and scrounging. They happen to be survival rolls.
Yeah, I'm bad at everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not particularly great at it, either, so I think we're both in the same boat. No.
Okay, so you head into the battlefield, looking at these wrecks, and you look around the barrier, and it's eerie, and you're searching, and so you're basically kind of, when you're scrounging, you're kind of looking, you're opportunistic, you're looking for whatever, you know, happens, catch your eye sort of thing, right? And you're looking for fuel. Okay.
Ammo, fuel, ammunition, food.
Yeah. Well, if you're food, you're foraging.
Well, and yeah, so Stefan will be looking for food and water,
Sure.
I guess.
All right,
I'll be
so
looking for fuel and ammo and anything of any use.
could each of you give me a recon check, a passive recon, and each of you could also give me you hit the scrounge button in the organizer, James, and it'll do your thing, and likewise, Xavier, if you hit the forage button in the foraging.
Recon, but do we have to remove one, as you said?
Not for this one.
Okay.
Okay, so did anyone miss that one?
I think I did, yeah. I've not been doing very well with rolls at the moment. I'm even missing. This is my scrounge roll.
Yeah. And your recon was a miss, right?
Oh.
Okay, now there's something happens. You're moving around, and you kind of were checking out this armored personnel carrier, and you went near it, and you opened a door, and something rolled and clunked, and an explosion goes off.
Right.
And you're not. You just have a moment to realize that there is a lot of unexploded ordnance around. There's a lot of mines and things that, over the time, you just weren't paying attention, and a blast goes off. Xavier, you hear an explosion. Boom. Unfortunately, that explosion is gonna hit you, Jason.
Yeah.
So it's a power C explosion. Which, what that means is, give me one moment, if I go into Player's Manual and you go into Combat Damage, and you go to, sorry, I have to just redo this, I want to make sure I get it right. Explosions, there it is. A C explosive is 2d8, and for each hit, you take 2 damage, and the crit number's a 3. Are you wearing armor?
No.
Okay. So it's nasty. Sorry, bud. It was a bad card.
Sorry.
It was a bad card. I was just like, oh man, this is a bad card. So let's hope the dice are friendly. You have no armor. And the dice are friendly. Oh. The explosion sends you flying sideways. The concussion. And the explosion. And your concussion explodes in pain. Because it's like ring. And then Xavier, all you hear is this boom, this pop. And they recognize that as some sort of explosive. And you kind of, in a daze, you're on your back, and you reach down with your hands, and to your amazement, you're intact. Like, you're a bit scratched, a couple pieces of shrapnel nicked here and there. You got a little blood trickling down your cheek, and you got a hole in your jacket under your armpit where some piece of metal winged through, and you're just like, oh. Okay, that was close.
Right, I'll stand up and hold my head and say, look over at Stefan and go, somebody's thing's a booby trap.
Yeah, Stefan, after hearing the explosion, would probably, at first he will do like going to go quickly, but actually thinks for a second and approaches carefully. And he will say, yeah, it seems so. Better stay alert. And I don't know, because I also roll my thing. I think I found some water, maybe, because I think I got an 8, so that's a success.
You did.
I found a grenade. I got a 10.
Yeah, you got a double success. You did find some stuff, and we'll get to that. And you found a ration of water.
Yeah, and then he'll say, well, I was able to find some water without being blown out to pieces. I hope it's drinkable.
Wow. Alright, so you get 2 rolls on the scrounging table.
Okay.
And I was just looking for that scrounging table again quickly. That's the one table I have trouble finding, is the scrounging table. Every time. Okay, there it is. I got it. So roll 100-sided if you would. Twice. And you might find something.
First one is a 54.
Okay. This is so weird. I'm going to get you to re-roll, but you do find this. I'm going to give you another roll. You find a lady's hat. And it's so strange because you hold it up and you're like, I was reaching for this hat and it had a grenade in it, the bastards. When you lifted the hat up, the grenade fell out at your feet and you were like, ah! And then you probably slammed the door shut or something and saved your life. But you got this flower pattern hat.
The scrounging tables in this game remind me of Mutant Year Zero completely.
Yeah, I know, right? They're just they're a bit comical sometimes.
Vague,
yeah, but there's some good ones in there too. It's so roll a couple more. This is a big battlefield. We'll see what happens. 96.
96.
You find a broken wristwatch. However, it will offer up. You realize it's a big honkin' fancy one. It'll give you an electronic piece. So.
Our next roll is a 51.
You find some, wow, that's handy. You find some instant coffee, and it's extra strong, and you have D5 doses, and it removes sleep deprivation.
Right.
That is very handy item. Like, that's huge.
Let's see how many I've got. I've got 4.
Perfect. You have 4
rations of coffee.
Yeah. Not bad, not bad.
That's nice indeed.
And this takes you all about 3 hours or so to do this, by the way. And then you get back and the shift is over. It's now the next shift. It is dusk now. As you realize it's getting about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And it's been quiet, except for that explosion, and you cringed because you thought that might draw attention. But it didn't so far. And you do hear explosions in the distance still. It's not unusual. So, grateful you still have your legs. You guys want to stay here. It's dusk. And that would mean that the sleep cycle depends if you want to sleep at night or during the day. It's up to you. Travel at night is very tricky.
Yeah, we're less likely to be spotted at night time, aren't we?
It's hard to drive at night though, without your lights on. It's like -2 driving at night without your lights. Unless you put your lights on, then
yeah.
By the way, I'll show you the encounter card just so you can see what I deal with. When I pulled that card up, I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
And oh, you did find a T-72.
I don't think either of us have got a tech. Oh, no, I got a tech skill. I have actually got a tech skill, so I could actually attempt to repair it.
Well, yeah. Oh, it says you find one. So if you roll. See if you find one of these wrecks that is actually you could fix. Not that I'm telling you have to do that. You might probably don't, but.
What do I need to roll to do that? What do I need to roll?
On your character sheet, hit your tech button.
Oh, right, okay.
And just an option. As an option, you find a T-72, and I'm going to roll to see for damage on it a minute, to see what it needs repaired. Okay? Give me 1 second. So that'd be component damage. Might be... Oh, it says passenger. Okay, it includes who it hits. Okay, you find a blown apart body in there. And that could even cost you a stress point, but I won't do that to you this time. Pardon me, I'm hitting the wrong button here. Oh yeah, component damage, penetration, roll. Journal entry. Oh, it didn't do anything there. Pardon me, guys. I'm just trying to get this. Actually, let's leave the private off to show you what this is. Driver. It keeps hitting the passengers. I need a component here. All right. So while I'm doing this, you guys can decide what you're doing the next shift.
You said it's getting late.
It would be about 6 or 7 in the evening. So dusk is a couple hours away, sort of thing, 4 hours away. It's high summer, so it doesn't actually get real dark in the high summer either. You're only -1, I think, driving at night in the high summer.
Yeah, I guess, but we still have like the path in front of us is still like blocked, right?
No. You can get by it. It's a little tricky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I forgot that you have to make a drive check. We have to do that. So if you leave, you'll have to make a drive check.
Yeah, I guess given it's not too late and it's pretty clear, I think at least Stefan will say we might try to move a bit more before setting camp. At least get away from this checkpoint in case someone might come checking here.
Okay, I'll drive. I
did look up that tank. You realize struck you when you came across it. You did a double take because it was like, oh, the track seemed fine and the turret seems fine. And you look in, you do take a stress point because I rolled 3 times, and it appears there was a hand-to-hand combat in the tank.
Right.
And it was ugly. The crew turned on each other for some reason. You by the way it looks, right? And it's bad. But what happened is there's something like you look inside and it's like this fairly intact, and there's something wrong with the engine. You hit the ignition button and the lights come on and stuff, and then there's a check engine light sort of thing. Now, you speak Soviet or read Soviet?
I don't know.
Because it says, you know, blink, 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 and there's some red
Probably
lights.
read a little bit. I'd imagine I'd probably know the key words. I'd imagine. I don't know.
Do you have any experience with tanks?
No, probably not.
Probably not really, eh? Okay. So you're sniffing around, but it won't start.
Are there dead bodies in this tank then?
Yes.
Can I search the bodies to see if there's any ammo on them or anything like that?
Yeah, they have been searched, you realize, but you can search them, and I'll give you a quick survival roll.
Okay.
And it's harsh being in here too. It's like gross.
That was a double success.
Okay, one thing that interests you that you do find are some wrappers that like little packets, and they have R and R stamped on them, and there's some sort of powder in them. You suspect some sort of drug.
Oh, right, okay. I'll grab those. How many are there?
There's two packets with powder in it and 2 empty packets.
Right.
It reminds you of cocaine.
Yeah.
And it could be cocaine.
Some kind of amphetamine to keep them awake
Yeah.
or to help them sleep. All right, I'll not take the empty packets, but I'll pocket the 2 packets.
And I'll give you a roll on the scrounge table for the other.
Okay.
You got 2 hits there technically.
20.
20. Okay.
Or 2010.
Okay, I know where to find the scrounge table now. So 20. Coloring book for kids. It says here it's half done.
Yeah, I'll leave that behind.
Alrighty.
It is Mutiny 0, and all we've done is take those charts out there and stuck it in there.
Who knows, eh? Who knows? Alright, so you meet back with Stefan, and he brings the car up. Or no, were you guys staying or going? Actually, I was letting you decide that.
Well, we need to decide what we're doing because I indicated to Stefan that there's a town 8 kilometers that way if he wants to head that direction, but that I'm going to Krakow, so he needs to decide. We've got 3 choices basically. We can sit here for the night and camp. We could both go to Krakow, or he could go to the town and I'll go to Krakow. Those are the options, I guess. But there's probably other options as well if you want to come up with any, I suppose.
Yeah. Xavier, what do you think?
I mean, we could go to this nervy town indeed to maybe we can find a place to hide and rest for today. And
I'm worried about fuel really because that's going to cost us. It costs us fuel to get there, and if we can't get fuel when we get there, then I'm kind of stuck to go to Krakow.
Well, 8 kilometers.
Might have to drive a tank.
Far.
Okay, yeah, there's a tank there that works.
Oh, and the tank has some diesel fuel in it, but only just a bare amount.
Yeah, we don't use diesel though, do we? Only use alcohol, don't we?
Yeah, that's right.
So it won't work.
Can we still like? Do we have like anything where we could store that diesel?
Yeah, do you have containers?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, you actually need like jerry can containers for that.
He's going to say, we could get to the town. It's very close going to match. Maybe in that town we can find more alcohol for you,
Nice.
and you can be on your way. By the way, that alcohol is distilled from what? Like, what kind of alcohol? It's like from grain?
You can various ways to make it. Wood alcohol is the most common for making fuel alcohol. You can't drink wood alcohol. You'll go blind.
Like,
And
we
it's-
will help you distill some alcohol. You will find some tools in the town.
Yeah, it's a bit of
Pretty
a
handy when it comes to those kind of processes. Not usually making alcohol, but I guess I could do it.
I'll look at my wrist, my new
Broken
watch.
polish.
I'll look at my new watch and I'll say, well, time and stuff. How much fuel would you use up going to this town?
2 liters.
2 liters, which knock us down to 14, wouldn't it?
Yep. I already took it off
From the
back.
town, how far we got to go between the town and Krakow? Is it 10? Still 10 hexes or?
I think
You gone?
with as much full as we have, because wait, I can see the how many we have 14 liters, and it's like 2 liters per hex.
Yeah.
I mean, if we go to Seoul, that still leaves six hexes. I don't know how far away Krakow is there, so can't
How
really-
far away is Krakow?
I don't
It's
think we
pretty
know
far. It's I'll take a quick look. It's 130 kilometers as the crow flies.
Each hex is 1 kilometer, or is it 10 kilometers?
10.
So it's 12 kilometers. So it's 12 hexes away.
As straight arrow.
Yeah, and it costs 2 liters per hex.
Yep.
So that's
On road.
24 hexes. So that's 24 liters we'll need to get to Krakow from
At
here.
least.
Right.
As
And
you'll
we've
have.
got 16, haven't we? Well, we're going to need to get more fuel. I'm going to need to get more fuel anyway to get Krakow, or get a new vehicle, or walk it, really.
more reason to go to the town and see if we can maybe get some fuel or the tools to make said fuel.
Yeah. I'll look down the road and I'll look towards the road towards the town and weigh out my options. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, go. Right, yeah, let's go to a town, see what we can find there, and hopefully there'll be fuel there.
Okay. Zwollen it is.
Yes.
Zwollen it is. So here we move. The car starts up, and let's get a drive check as you head down the road, weaving in and out of these wrecks. And then we'll also need a passive recon if you're doing that. You can rest when you're in the car, by the way. I mentioned that already, but you figure it's only about a 20-minute drive, half an hour at
is
the most.
Stefan still driving?
It's up
I'll drive. I'll drive.
So you can switch yourself around, and when you double click the car, you can actually select who's driving and who's doing what not. And you putt down the road, and I'm gonna get those rolls. I'm gonna roll for weather. Weather's been cooperative so far. It's been very... Oh, and the weather gets really quite... It actually stops raining. And it's pretty nice dusk. It's temperate and not windy. It's the best weather you've seen in a long time, since you can remember. And in fact, a sunbeam comes down and you guys get a stress point relieved as you both look at each other with these kind of silly grins because neither of you seen the sun for so long. Like that. It's usually when you do see the sun, it's behind a kind of a haze. But it's quite impressive. And then you start to see more buildings and such, and you start to see signs of like bus stops and things as you're approaching, industrial areas. And this town is not particularly large. You can tell it was perhaps population of 30, 40,000. But now, if there's anybody here at all, this was sort of in the path of the battle too, right? This town. Did you get your recon? That would be Stefan makes the recon now, right?
Yep.
All right, that's good, because that means when I draw an encounter card as you guys enter the town, you will spot. Unless there's an ambush, then if somebody's actually ambushing this area, I would use that roll against their roll, recon, to stay hidden, if you follow. So, you enter the town, and you're looking around, and I'm going to roll encounter. Now, what would you like to do in the town? As you're looking around, you see burnt out buildings and apartment blocks and gas stations and things start to appear.
Well, drive slowly, keeping an eye open for any kind of ambush, really. Anything on the roads, but driving slower. Keep an eye on the rooftops and windows for snipers and so forth. And basically see if there's a centre, because if there's a centre, there's a good place. A chance there might be a market where people will congregate. So otherwise, I'll also be looking at to see if there's any cars we can maybe grab, which is actually be run by actual fuel, and then fuel from other cars that we could steal and that we could fuel that car with. There's all them options basically. But finding a town centre, see if there's any actual people living there, and watching out for snipers is probably a good move, I reckon.
Okay, so you're moving into the hex, and yeah, keeping an eye out and looking for opportunities and thinking, is this a good place? Is what I kind of get the feel, right? Yeah.
So we'll be driving slowly enough so that we can both kind of keep an eye on things, looking around and stuff. We're not going to be speeding down there could be landmines as well and booby traps and stuff, so I want to be kind of watching for that sort of stuff as well. So inching forward, really.
Okay. Pardon me, I'm just, go ahead if you guys want to do anything in a moment. I'm just reading this encounter card.
Just want to get a glass of water.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, this is interesting. You're driving. Oh, he's getting a drink a minute, so I can read this a bit more. Okay, I gotta prepare a map real quick, potentially here. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, very interesting. Interesting. Cool. Very interesting. Xavier, how you doing?
No, fine.
Yeah? What do you think so far? It's too good to be true. You guys, and you're going through the town, and you do see there's an area on the left where there appears to be like apparently some hardware stores and things like that, and looks potentially like this town could hold some goodies.
Yeah, so far these 2 games I'm being like, it's like everything's going fine. I'm sure this war is not that bad.
Yeah, this. Yeah, I'm not sure if you trust this guy with the car.
Yeah, he's the most threatening thing yet so far.
Okay, well, when he gets back, I'm kind of ready to go here. This is kind of interesting encounter.
By the way, I read about a mechanic because technically in this line we did make a coolness under fire check at the very start when the tank attacked us.
Right?
And it seems like you actually, when you do that and pass it, like is it like the actually that skill levels up by using it. It seems. So like when you
Oh, it
pass a
increases.
test, well, it's like if you pass a test in this in the session, it's like at the, I don't know, at the start of the next session or at the end of the previous one. I mean, I don't remember,
Oh,
but doesn't matter. You make like a roll again of that ability, and I think it's if you get, I think it's a 1, the ability increases or something like that.
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, yeah. That does ring a bell, you know?
Yeah, I think I read that when you get after the, because I didn't knew it at the time, but I read a bunch of the rules like before, not today, but like before the other session last week, before the session with Tom, and I remember reading that and it was like,
Yeah.
oh, the other day maybe I have to. I mean, I didn't care about it at the time because we were kind of like restarting, but I realized that I will have had to roll to see if his coolness improved or stayed the same.
Sure. Okay, yeah, that's, I remember something like that.
Actually, let me try to find it because I think it's coolness. No, it's not here. It's coolness.
Cool. Okay, no, that's... I think I got my map ready here and such, so when he gets back, we're ready to rock. You guys are...
Back.
Okay, excellent, Jason. Now, you're driving, you're into the town itself, and there's, I was just mentioning that on the left side you saw like some hardware store complex, you know, a bit where there's potential, like, yeah, you realize it could be a place to check out. And you turn around a corner on the street, and to the left, you see a flash, and then an explosion, another one. Like, and it's only about 100 meters away, and you look to the left, and boom, and the windows rattle and everything, and it goes through it wasn't shot at you, you realize with relief, but you do see about 100 meters away in an intersection, you see appears to be a vehicle, a Jeep, and it seems to be burning. It's just been hit by something or hit a mine. There appears to be a body. Somebody's crawled out of one of the doors. The door opens on one side and a guy comes out. You can see that he's a Soviet soldier. It appears to be, has the colors of a Soviet Jeep.
Right.
And it's just been hit, like bang, right now by something.
So we didn't saw what, just that it was hit.
Just that it was hit. Now I'm going to bring you to the map. And give me one moment, I'll bring your guys' car in. You guys are so tiny for some reason. I'll have to. Okay, you're at the bottom left side.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, they're only about 70 meters away. They're over here. I'll put them right there. They're about 70, 80 meters away. You were coming down that road going north-south, and you could just see there's the wreckage of a building. That's that hardware store and stuff up ahead. You see on the left up there, and so on. And then, do you actually see the Jeep there I have in the middle of the map?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, there's at least one Soviet soldier crawled out, and he's laying on the road, kind of writhing a bit, his legs twisting around, and he's smoking and stuff.
No time for a cigarette, is it?
Not that way. Yeah. Boom! It starts.
We're still in the car.
You are.
Okay. As this happens, Stefan would say, in broken Polish again, quickly, get closer and stop by the trees. They're under cover.
You see a jerry can on the back of the Jeep too.
Oh, won't be handy. Okay, I'll continue driving slowly up the road.
So you head toward them. Okay. You should be able to move the car icon as well. And the car itself, per round, its combat speed is you can move 6 hexes a turn in your round.
All right.
Not that we're in combat. I'm just to let you know. So it would only take you about 4 to 10 seconds to drive up to that intersection.
Can I drive up to here then and stop?
Yeah. Boo. And you stop. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to get out my side. I mean, the opposite side, not facing the Jeep. The other side. I'm going to grab my sniper rifle from the back, and I use its scope to have a look around the area.
Yeah, while he's doing that, Stefan also gets out of the car, and he's using the side of the trees as cover. Like, because he doesn't know where they were attacked from, so he tries to advance towards them, and he's trying to see, I mean, the one that crawled seemed to be injured, I guess, so he's advances towards them. No weapons out or anything, he's just trying to move through the trees and stay on alert in case whatever attack them shows up.
So I'm going to give you control your avatars. You should be able to move your people. You can zoom in because everything's quite small, so you might want to zoom in at the moment. I might adjust it so it's a little.
I saw the avatars now.
Yeah, so I'll make them a little bit bigger. It's not so we don't have to zoom in so much. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the hood of a car as a to place for a sniper rifle on. I'm going to use it, and I'm basically going to look up and see what I can see.
So you're covering Stefan as he advances.
No, not necessarily. I'm just looking around to see what I can see.
Good. Yeah, he's on his own. Okay, recon check for you. Yeah, recon check for you. And okay. Stefan, you don't need a mobility check or anything. You're moving up cautiously through the trees, and you get to the edge, and you're about 10, 15 meters, and you see the one Soviet soldier. He's just trying to get up, but he can't, and he just lays back again, and his head kind of slumps back on the cement. His helmet's gone. He's got blood all over him. You're not sure what his injury is. You also see there's another person actually still in the Jeep, not moving, kind of slumped over in the passenger side. This person appeared to be the driver who got out. And I'll roll. I'm just going to take a quick look. You want to go closer?
Does he see anything from this position? Like, now that he can see
north, you can make a recon check?
Yeah, he wants to see first if there's anything before.
I got 2 successes by recon.
Okay, so far it's clear. There's nothing. There doesn't appear to be a bad guy shooting. Like, it appears they did hit an IED or a mine.
So is the Russian still alive then?
Yeah, does Stefan see anything?
Stefan's looking, and he doesn't see anybody else either. It seems they're victims of a mine so far, unless because you didn't hear an RPG, you didn't.
Yeah, only the boom, no
Yeah,
no
it's just a
previous
bang.
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, then in that case he starts to, well, looking out for mines, but he starts to run towards the soldier on the ground.
And if he's still alive, I'm shooting him.
He's he is well. Stefan goes out, and you were looking around, and Stefan, you can tell he's still alive, but he's unconscious now. He's when I said he slumped back with his head, you go up to him and you check for a pulse, and he is alive.
Well, I guess he tries to do like how do you call it? First aid treatment on the soldier.
Now, of course, Jason's looking this, and Jason, you're looking around too. I assumed, right? You're posted up generally, right?
Well, my gun's braced on the bonnet of the car, so I'm kind of using my scope to kind of look around. But as I see nothing, as I said, I'll look at the soldier. If he's still alive, I'll shoot.
Okay, you're not sure if he's alive from your point. He looks like he just died. He just kind of slumped back.
Right.
Yeah, and.
Okay. In that case, if I think he's dead, then I might shoot him.
Yeah, you could do that. Xavier has ran up to him, and I'm just struggling with timing here because Xavier kind of went out there and ran up to him right away and started to check him, and so you can react to that. Now you're deciding whether you should shoot this Russian, and regardless of him being in the way.
Well, I mean, if he seems to be alive, if he seems to be dead, then I won't shoot him, and if he steps up to him, then I'm not going to risk shooting him as well, because all it takes is a bit of wind. And
do you speak Russian, Stefan?
Yeah, we agreed he has like some level of Russian, being like an officer on Eastern Europe. No, like clearly not a native, like maybe not super fluent in it, but he can speak some Russian. Yeah, that's what we talked about.
And when you kind of you check him out, he's barely got a pulse. You realize now that he's taken a severe wound to his torso from the shrapnel or something. And yeah, you could make a medical roll for me.
He's incapacitated, so let me wait.
If you want to try, to find the wound and try to stabilize it, you have to give me a medical roll.
Yeah, will this count as getting an incapacitated character getting back up?
Potentially. Like if you want.
Critical injury?
It depends what is your intent here? Do you want to just see what his injury is, or do you want to actually give him aid?
He wants to aid him, yeah, to stabilize him at least.
Okay, yeah, then you make a medical check.
Okay.
And if you have any add-ons you have for your profession or material, you can sacrifice, even use a personal med kit if you want to use one up. It gives you a +1. Okay, now Jason, you're watching this guy, and he's got bandages out, he's got his scissors out, he's cut away a piece of this guy's uniform on his torso, and he's doing something with this guy's abdomen.
Yeah, it's a bit of a waste of medical supplies, I reckon.
Yeah, and you're kind of shaking your head like, what the?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna put the. I'll take the Wanderer up there, basically.
Pardon? Say again?
What? I'm gonna take the Wanderer up there. Just take the Wanderer up there. I want to see what's in this Jeep.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna look out for landmines as well. See if there's anything that looks obvious as a landmine.
Got it.
On my way up there, so I can actually drive the car up at some point.
Or you could walk up. You're only that each hex here is only 10 meters.
Yeah, I'll just walk up.
Yeah.
I'll leave the sniper rifle, put the sniper rifle back in the car.
All right.
Where it was before, and I'll just walk up. But as I get closer, I'll pull my handgun just in case.
You're about to. Xavier, you get this guy and you pull apart his uniform and you get down into his lower stomach, and it's not pretty. In fact, you see that there's like black bile there, and is perforated. His whole abdomen is kind of perforated. He's gonna die soon. You estimate that his kidney has been destroyed and ruptured, and it's a matter of minutes before he'll probably bleed out and die, unless you wanted to perform emergency surgery. But then he's gonna die. You realize if you were in an operating room in a hospital, maybe, but no. But he's saying something
He's saying something.
in Russian.
Yeah, he gets close to his, like, to his mouth, trying to hear him.
Okay, and he's like, he's saying in Russian, they'll be back. They'll be back. They set the mine here. And he's looking at you intensely with his eyes fluttering for a second. And then they close, and his head slumps back, and he dies.
Wait. He says to him, "Hold right there." And he's still going to try to. I mean, he knows there's very slight chances, but he's still going to try to get his surgical instruments out and try to do some. I mean, he has no time, so he can't really waste time to move him to any other position or either. So he's trying to do some emergency.
That's intense.
Surgery.
So, yeah, you're not giving up, eh? That's intense.
He's like, hold it, you can still fight, and he's going to try it.
Jason.
Well, as I get them and see, is he still alive?
You kind of sense, Jason, you've seen enough bodies that you're looking at a dead man.
Yeah. I'll pull my handgun and shoot him in the head. It's a waste of medical supplies, to be honest. He's the enemy. If he's, he could save his life, but then all he'll do is kill us tomorrow, won't he? So, yeah, I'll pop one in the head as I walk past towards the jeep.
Right, and Xavier, you're just shocked. Of course, you stumble back a bit as waste of medical supplies. He says,
Stefan is still there for a few seconds. As soon some blood has splattered him, maybe in the face and upper torso, and he looks up at Greg, and his eyes are squint. You didn't have to do that.
Yeah, I did. It's war. No, the enemy.
He was going to die anyway, most likely.
Yeah.
You wasted bullets.
This is why it's a waste of medical supplies. Let's search this jeep. Is what's in it?
This wasn't about supplies.
I'll keep walking towards the jeep.
He could have helped us, just because he's Russian. I mean, he's just trapped in here like the rest of us. Send him by people that don't even know who he is. But acting like that, you're not better than them.
I found a jerry can, I say, hold my thumbs up.
Jason, what's the look in your eye when you look at him? Like when you see that there's this guy who still has this incredible desire to help others, and even if they're the enemy, and you just see like, just damn, wake up, like what does he see in your eyes when you the return look you could briefly give him as you walk over to the jerry can and shake it?
I'll shake my head.
And
I wonder myself, how did you survive for so long?
And Xavier, this is a really a touching moment in a way. You realize that you're with a killer. Like you saw a look in his eye that was like, I don't have time for this. And he had no, and he has no. You can sense it was a cold look, like calculated. You shake the jerry can, you take it off, and to your relief, it's about half full. It's probably got about 12 liters of gasoline in it.
Right, excellent. You'll have keeping then. Is the rest of the jeep pretty much destroyed? Is it or?
Well, and about 8-10 minutes has gone by at this point, and I'm gonna get you guys to give me a passive recon, one of you.
Or shall I?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that he's the enemy, but with his last words, he was trying to warn me.
Just
or
thought you
warn
were Russian.
us.
I say.
Xavier, those prophetic words. We have to roll initiative because it's too late. Jason, your character, you're shaking the can and you look up and down the road here. Down that, I wish I could ping. I have to figure out how to do that. To the northeast, down that road, you see some figures approaching the smoke and flames of the Jeep. And
Did you download a ping module?
I should. I'll do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do that. That's a good idea. And we have initiative, so I'll do that in a minute. Just give me a second. I have to get those. You see, there's a group of characters coming down the road. There's 4 of them, and they've got AKMs, and one of them's got seems like a shotgun. One of them's wearing like one of those full like World War I gas masks.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're kind of dressed in dark leathers and kind of clingy. They've got like the Marauder Mad Max look to them. One of them has like ski goggles on that were like in their time probably like $1,000 pair of Gucci ski goggles, and they look, you know, they got all gold rim around them and things like that. And
he's an non-resistance then.
No, these guys look like baddies, and he's pointing and he's yelling at the others, and something you couldn't make it out, but they saw you, and they're running for cover, and it looks like they're bringing their guns up.
Did we recognize the language by any chance?
Give me a moment, I have to roll for that. So I'm just going to pop these guys out a minute. You both kind of didn't really, like, they're coming up cautiously. And so neither of you are really surprised. And so we're just going into regular combat. But you did not spot them, just so you know.
Did I notice if Stefan had a gun?
Stefan, did he have a gun?
Yeah, he has an AK. Let me check. Yeah, it like hung over his. I mean, he had it in the back because he didn't want to get it in the way, but he has like hung over his shoulders towards the back an AK-74.
Nice.
And 4 frag grenades.
Right. And you've got those on you, have you? They're not in the car, right? Okay.
Yeah.
My
I have tagged them as equipped, so I guess he has already.
Yeah, my sniper rifle's in the car, so that's not going to bring any use to anybody, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, oh, really? Leave it in the car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Why would I carry it with me? Do you know what I mean? It's heavier.
Yeah, I'm assuming, because I do differentiate the things, I assume I have everything that's not in the backpack with me.
Right.
So that's, yeah, that includes the weapon, all the weaponry. And the surgical instruments that he was trying to use, because he carries them directly with him, not in the backpack.
Okay, what I'm doing now is if you go towards where you have normally the actors directory, to the left there's a combat tracker, it's called. And I'm about to
the left.
In that combat tracker, you will see that I've just posted. Now, everybody, I'm just going to hit the dice here to see what cards you guys draw. This is how the initiative works in this game. Oh, there's... Why are there... Okay, I got to get rid of that guy. Oh, because I got Soviet soldiers in here. Hold on, I screwed that up.
By the way, oh well, we didn't have time for that. I was going to do another thing, but yeah, no time.
No, because you missed that recon roll. And when you stopped posting up there, I was like, uh-oh, you're not watching out anymore. But anyway, you guys are caught kind of flat-footed. You're both by this vehicle. The vehicle itself can be used for cover, of course. And there's 2 things in this game. There's cover and concealment, right? Concealment, you can shoot through concealment, but you can't shoot. Cover can absorb bullets. All right. A car. This car. It's not an armored car, so this car can absorb 1 bullet point if you take cover behind it. All right.
Okay.
Now, of course, you can move to cover. There's a dense packet of trees. There's buildings. There's shell craters and such. So, and you can go prone as well as a free action on your turn. But right now you're standing. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is
5.
Stefan standing there? He was standing to this man on the
Oh
ground.
yeah, you were crouching down. So, but you're not. You
Kind
weren't
of
prone. No.
Right behind the jeep, really, aren't we? I suppose.
Yeah. So, but on your turn, you're caught. They want initiative. So we go to this guy. Back here goes first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just checking a couple things. Bear with me. I just have to check ranges on weapons and things. So this guy's got an AKM. And just, oops, getting rid of that. Range is 5, so he's at medium range. This leader guy's yelling something. He's speaking in appears to be Polish.
Ah, interesting. Right. Okay.
This guy shoots. He's at medium range. He's -1. You guys are in a hex with a vehicle. So, but you're not. He kind of surprised you, this guy. So you're in a bit of trouble here.
Wait, let me roll this because I forgot the thing we were talking about before I checked. And yeah, doesn't matter. So go on.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't change. My coolness under fire.
Jason, your character takes a... Oh, and I forgot to roll. Okay, that's my bad. I forgot to roll rate of fire. You're kind of lucky there. He got 1 hit on your legs for 2 points damage. It's not a crit, but all of a sudden... Or he just raises it, and you can realize he forgot to put the full auto on. So he's done. Now if I go to the counter thing, I go to the next guy, and he's the leader guy. He's in the back, this leader dude, and he was pointing, and he moves into this building out of sight. Not sure exactly where he goes, but he goes into this building. And then we have this guy in front here. He raises his rifle. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's medium range. This guy's got the shotgun. So this guy gives out this scream. He's the guy with the gas mask on. He gives a muffled scream, and he runs forward to get closer. He runs 2 hexes forward and shoots his shotgun quick fire. So he used his fast action to move 2 hexes, and then he used his slow action to shoot, but he didn't aim. So he's -2 to his shot. Do you follow?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the double-barreled shotgun, and he shoots at Stefan. Oh, and he still gets a hit. A headshot. You feel these pellets strike in your face as a bird shot. Whoa. What's the range on this thing? 2. Okay. Oh, that's still... Yikes. Okay, it's 2 damage. I'm gonna give... I didn't realize the range was only 2 on this gun, so he should have been another -1. And there's something about shotguns. Pardon me, that's a little tricky. Excuse me, gentlemen. There's something about shotguns. Yeah, shotguns, the further range you get, they get really deteriorate. Yeah, they just have...
For dispersion, I guess.
Yeah. So you take 2 points damage, and you have to roll for coolness under fire. Both of you have to roll coolness under fire. You both took damage.
Does the armor help with that damage?
Yes. Oh, not... do you have a helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take 1 point damage.
Okay, so 1 hit. And then we have to roll coolness.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not looking good.
Nope.
Wow, do you have a D6? Do you have D, coolness under fire?
Yeah.
You're a soldier, though, Jason. Oh, no, you're not.
No.
Uh-oh. Some bad series of events happens as you go prone. Yeah, it automatically means this game is, you both have to go prone, and you both lose your actions.
Right, so again.
And not only that, if you're in the same hex, now you guys are sort of buddies in a love-hate way. I'm gonna get an opinion at this point. You're necessary partners. And so normally if you're in the same hex with your buddy and they take coolness under fire, you have to take coolness under fire, but you both failed anyway. So you both drop down as the bullets come flying in, and these guys are advancing on you. It is now Xavier's turn, and pardon me. Xavier, you have to make another coolness under fire to see if you can recover on your turn.
Okay. Nope.
Okay, so you're still messed up. Now the last Marauder. Sorry guys, it's a harsh game. He goes forward. 1, 2. He moves up to this area here. And he sees that you're both dropped, like the bullets seem to be working, so he's just got his rifle up and he's running towards you. Tunk, 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 tunk. Jason, your turn. You can roll coolness under fire. And by the way, to get up from being prone is a fast action.
No, we're 4. I'm not going to go anywhere, I don't think.
And there was something I read, I just remembered on coolness under fire. If you're with a party member, you get to roll 2 dice. Because you roll 1 for yourself and 1 for the party, if you're with a party. Excellent.
Oh,
Now,
so we have to roll like again?
yes.
Well, yeah, you should roll again, yeah.
That was my mistake. When you're with your buddy and you're within sight of each other, you get to roll 2 dice, 1 for yourself and 1 as the unit.
Yeah, so no luck for me still.
Oh darn it. Okay, but Jason did recover, right?
Yep.
So I've been adjusting your icons and stuff. You'll see there's little pictures and stuff appearing and disappearing. You can do that as well. If you right-click your icon, I wonder if you can do this actually. If you actually right-click your icon, you'll have these little prompts pop up. And on the right side, there's one assign status effects. And that one opens up all the different things. So when you get behind that Jeep perhaps and you want to shoot over the hood, you'd hit the partial cover button. And I'm zoomed in real tight right now. I'm looking real close.
Right. Because you're very small, aren't you?
So I guess I'm suppressed.
You are suppressed. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, and prone.
Yeah, prone was already tagged.
And there is stuff in this Jeep. Like there's weapons and things, and there's gear. Like
No chance I looked at it because he's
no, that's what I mean. And again, I'll show you the card because these cards are just fascinating. Now that we've
hold on a second, let me just have a quick look at the Jeep. Says anything to fight you with. See if they do anything.
Yeah, there is an AK-74.
Right. Yeah, I can't. I don't have a chance of getting there. I don't think they attack too quickly. So.
Okay. Yeah, and you missed that recon, and so on, right? But that's the situation. That's the card. And just show you these so you know that it is a pretty. Now, it's odd because they signed this card a Jack of Hearts. So there's lots of gear here and stuff. And I rolled to see there was a chance you could have saved that Soviet soldier. Now, as if Jason would have let you get away with it. But just so you know, you guys may have got another person, but he would have been severely injured. It said there he's dying, right?
He will have help.
Yeah. And then after a stretch, the Marauders who planted the bomb arrive.
Well, I would have interrogated them, kill them anyway, so it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, I know, right? This is a fascinating duo we have here. Okay, so just let you know, you can fiddle with your character, and you can try move your character, like just hold him and drag him a little ways, and I'll let you take charge of that stuff, unless you want me to do it. I don't mind. But I'm curious, can you move your icon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could move it before, so I assume I still can move it now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can move it. Yeah.
So it's Jason. You have recovered, and so
Can I
you
take
can
2 shots?
you're prone, but you can shoot
can I
from being
take-
you can shoot being prone.
Okay, can I? I'm gonna take. My rate of fire is 2 of my combat pistol, so I'm gonna shoot this guy here,
Nice.
the shotgun guy.
Now your range is 2.
2 hexes.
Yeah, so you're -1 because you're medium range.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's in the
yeah.
open. So
Okay.
he suspects that you're down and stuff and dead, but all of a sudden you're like, ah, you recover, and you kind of twist up and you start shooting under the tailgate of this Jeep.
Okay, so my first attack will be.
Don't forget to add your rate of fire.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm not going to do it from the everything.
So
So -1, right? I get a +1 because I've got a sidearm talent, which gives me a +1 on ranged combat skills.
nice.
I'm at 0. So I'm at minus. I'm at 0, basically. My rate of fire is twice. I'm firing 2.
Yep. So
2
you
shots.
should be able to slide it over, right?
Yep, done that.
Okay.
And here we go.
Let her rip. You may want
Oh,
to push.
Christ.
You want to push that. You did have
I
chances.
do want to push that. Yes, that was a terrible roll.
That was an awful roll. And
I'll push that.
there's a chance you'll suppress him on that one, but oh my God,
That's a bit better, isn't it?
no! You rolled
that's
2
worse.
ones.
Oh God! What is
You-
wrong with my rolling
You
tonight?
take
I've got-
2 stress. You take 2 stress, and there's a chance you did suppress him, but you take 2 stress, and your gun takes 2 reliability points.
Ugh.
So you can do that on your pistol. You can actually switch the reliability down. So you're, and then all of a sudden, ting, 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 it's the shit. Now I'm gonna roll to see if he's suppressed. Coolness under fire. They got coolness under fire C. That's not bad. And he's not. He's the guy with the mask, and he shrieks and laughs.
Well, I'm sorry. I look over Stefan and say, "I'm sorry. I have to try." Nice moving, yeah.
I wonder if you have ammo still. Yeah, I think you still have ammo. How many in a mag? I think 15 or something, or 19 in those.
15. Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. So back to the turn counter. It's the Marauder's
Now
turn.
he's sorry. God damn it.
So this is the Marauder who originally shot, and he now sees you're shooting back again. So he's gonna take a shot at you, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's 5 range, so that's medium range. I'm going to give you 1 for that vehicle. And this time he hits the full auto. Oh yeah, so he's -2 total. Okay. Oh, they just keep getting hits. Luckily just 1. Eugh, but it's still 2 damage to your torso. You don't have armor, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I gave you -1 because you were prone. That's right. Okay, so you take another 2 points damage to your torso, or 2 points damage. How much hits do you have left?
2.
Yeesh, okay. This game. Alright. The next Marauder is the leader guy, and you're not sure, but you think he's coming down the building, like around the outside, kind of out of sight. And so that's what he does. And then this guy with the shotgun, he's going to attempt... he should have another shot in that shotgun, but we'll see in a minute. They let him shoot. And they do. You're prone, so that's -1, that's -2. 3 for that. Oh, Jesus. I'm sorry, man.
Who's that against? Me or Steph?
He shoots the other barrel, and you're down.
Is that aimed towards me? Was it? Who was that aimed at?
Oh, I could roll to see which one of you. 1 or 2 is you. And 3 or 4 is Stefan. Stefan. Sorry, bud.
Can he see Stefan though, being prone now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
get.
mean, more like if he's come. Where's he coming? Where's he shooting from?
He's the guy in front.
He's the guy in front there.
That one, the one I shot at before. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if you're prone, you get -1 for being prone. And they're just getting good hits. Like they keep rolling 6s. But you do have a helmet on, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does 2 points damage. Ooh, how you doing, Stefan? Eesh.
So 2 -1 from the helmet, or 2
Yeah.
total?
2 total.
Okay.
Ah. How many hits have you taken?
3.
Yikes. Okay, it's your turn, Xavier. And you're like, you're still suppressed, so now you have to try to get coolness under fire to see if you can act.
So I have to roll 2 dice?
Yes.
The unit morale. Okay,
Yeah.
it's here, the unit morale.
I'm sorry about
the unit
missing.
morale, by the way, is what value? It says us... I
It's
think at the
whoever
start
has command in your squad. If anyone has command, and if they don't, then I think the unit morale is D.
Do you have any command, Psycho?
I do no, don't have. I don't actually have command as a skill, but I have plenty of persuade. Yeah, no, I don't have command.
Stefan doesn't either, so yeah.
So neither of us are command.
Oh,
I
but
don't
he's...
know each other well enough to have commanders.
Oh, well, so you could act.
Okay, I have a question. How does this work?
What's that?
Wait, I closed the thing. So, how do blast radius work?
Blast radius.
Yeah,
It goes from A to D, and so a D blast is only in that hex. A C is 1 hex outside, and they go lesser effect as you get from the epicenter. An A blast goes out till 3 hexes from the epicenter.
I imagine a frag.
But they lose like a strength, I assume.
Yeah, and a frag I think is a D blast.
No, it's a C.
Oh, it's a C? Okay, yeah. Yeah, they lose effect. So in the epicenter, I'd roll the C effect, and then the X's around the edge is a D effect. And in the player's manual, if you look under explosions, it tells you the damage you roll. A D is 2 D6s, I think, for the attack. And then you roll the attack, and then a frag grenade has a damage number and a crit number, of course, like everything. So if I go into combat and damage and go to explosions, I can share my screen a minute. May help. Yeah, blast damage. See this table here?
Yep.
Yeah, so if a grenade C.
So basically the weapon does whatever its blast power is in the center, and then every hex is like 1 level less until it's not.
Right.
Okay.
And a grenade would have 2 hex range maximum, like 1 and 1 outside. Whereas something like 152 millimeter howitzer is an A blast, and it's just boof. It's like I had a party wiped out by an artillery strike, and they were all just blown to bits.
Yeah, it kind of happens. So
Yeah.
So getting up is like a quick action, you said?
Yep. And you can shoot being prone.
Okay. Alright.
I don't think you can throw a grenade being prone.
Yeah, but actually the problem is I think it doesn't have enough range. Because the range is just 3.
This is not going well, people.
Yeah, I think he's going to use his fast action to get up, and he's going to run for the car.
Okay, you can get... Oh, so... Yeah, you could do a movement, and you can go 2 hexes, and if you want to go further, you have to make a mobility roll. and any successes are additional hexes you can move. Now, there's some terrain modifiers to that, so you know. But generally, so you could get to here normally, because you'd get up fast action, and then slow action would count as another fast action. You'd run 2 hexes, and you can make a mobility check now to see if you can reach the car.
Okay.
If he runs off our shop, we should have just gone straight to Krakow.
I don't have the backpack on, so it's...
The dice have not been kind to us.
No bueno.
So you make it that far. I could say you're in the trees here. Actually, I forgot to mention you could enter that hex if you wished. And then at least you'd have some cover from the trees. If they shoot at you. So that's your action. Now there's one more Marauder. He's here. And he takes a shot at you, Stefan. He sees you running into those trees there. 7. So he's medium range. You get +1 for those trees. So he's -2 total. This guy. Oh, they just keep getting hits, guys.
With legs as well when he's running.
Shot you in the legs, no armor. Oh, damn. And I think he critted you. He did 3 damage total. And he critted. Because his crit number's 3 on the AKM. So, sorry, gentlemen. It has been a slice. let's
Yeah, Stefan's down.
Oh no! And I rolled like one of the bad ones. He hit you in the hip. Can you see that? Oh, I guess you can't see.
No.
He's hit you in the. Oh, okay, I'll drag the injury into your character. Oh man. I knew this might be a tough game. Okay, if you go to... Oh no, did you do that? Okay. Oh, just the dice just kept like, oh, it's something. Another one. Okay, I dragged it into your character. It's under combat tab. You are messed up. You can move while you're down right now. You have to be stabilized, and because you said you took maximum hits, right?
Yep.
Okay. No, it's not lethal, the injury itself, but you are technically kind of dying because you're down.
And you're also the only medic.
And you're, by the way, you're a medic. Your mobility checks are -2 for 13 days, and this is if you get medical attention. You got a craft hit, you can't run, and you're down. Actually, you're out of hits. So you might want to look in the player's handbook a minute at damage, and you guys may end up being. Oh, okay.
Well, it's early in the session. We have time to make new characters.
It might come to this. I'm sorry. I'm being a bit ruthless and stuff, but it's this game. It even says in the rule book. He says don't hold punches. It's like the game's brutal. You get that.
Jason, this is what you get for being a dick. Karma hits you back.
Karma. Well, no, you don't know his character. He's actually playing really accurate as to his character. I'm
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, and you as well, though. You as well. Yeah, I know. Jason, is your turn now.
I can't take a shot on this diamond.
You see him go down. You see Stefan drop and roll over and kind of and he's down. You might be dying.
Someone's trying to know about it already. So I'm prone.
Yeah.
I'm being shot at. All I can do is keep on shooting these guys, hopefully if I can kill them all. Then maybe I
Sure.
can go and save his life, but
I think you
until
still have
these
some.
guys are gone, there's not much I can do.
No, and you still
At least one
have
of them
bullets
is
in your
still
mag. Sorry, I'll be
Yeah.
right back. I'm just running to the kitchen real quick.
Well, it's a short but sweet adventure.
Man, the other session was much better. We got really lucky, man. Darren's back.
Yeah, I just caught that. I've had really bad luck with my groups in the last few days. I've had many characters die. Like I had one total party wipe, and my favorite character died last night. And it's just been like, what the hell? But you learn. I'm learning how to play the game better and smarter and stuff, and just, oh, it's brutal.
Right, I'm gonna double tap this guy in again with 2 shots.
Nice.
And let's see if I can hit him. I haven't hit anything yet. I'm not even rolled. Everything on my rolls has been terrible.
Oh,
right, so
they haven't missed.
no,
They haven't. I know. I'm just like, oh, and I'm rolling. Anyway, they're getting 6s on 6-sided die.
Right, so here we go. Let's see what happens. Oh,
That's well. That's you got 3 hits. So you do base damage and then plus 2 more hits. And so that's a crit. So you shoot the guy with the shotgun. Oh, you didn't. Oh, next time hit the. There's a button for
location.
Hit die, yeah, and it'll tell you.
What do I need for a hit die? What is it? Is it D6 or?
D6, yeah, and 6 is head, 1's legs, 2's arms, 3, 4, 5. So that's arms, I think. So you get a crit in his arms. So I'll roll a quick crit. Actually, let's roll this one here. Crit, arms. And I'm not sure why that's private, but you slashed his forearm. His arm is shot severely. You did 4 points damage. What's the damage on that gun? It's 2?
Yeah, my combat pistol is hold on. Damage is 1 and a crit is 2.
Okay. 4 damage. Okay, you shoot his arm and he drops the shotgun and he kind of stumbles back against the wall. And he has to make a coolness under fire, which he doesn't make. He kind of goes prone and he's just and he's holding his arm and writhing around. He's not quite out, but he's got 1 hit left and so on. He's writhing, but potentially still got his mask on.
Tables are turning. Don't worry, I might save today.
Yeah, that's a start. That's
Don't
turning.
start making a character yet. You may have to get through this.
Yikes. Okay. Now we're back to the Marauders. Now this guy back here, he notices that that guy's still alive. He is going to advance through the rubble here to here. He's going to try to get a bit and use cover kind of in that rubble and just get closer. And then he's going to take a snapshot. I think he still has a bit of ammo left, actually, this guy. We'll see. So that's -2 plus you're not prone anymore, but you got your kind of the cars there and the smoke, so I'll give another -1. Let's see if somebody actually misses for once. And he does miss, and he's out of ammo, and NPCs can't push. So he misses you. Bullets go zipping around. And the next guy is the leader dude. And he moves to this hex here, and he's on the top floor, you realize now. He's in an elevated position, which is bad for you.
Okay.
And he's going to take a snapshot. He has an AK-5. which is a funky Belgian FNC assault rifle. And he carefully aims with one shot. He has an optic on the gun. But misses. Oh, and it was a headshot too. He was going called shot. And you see he's aiming up there now. And he just missed because he just got there and so on. But he missed.
Right.
One shot rings. And you see him up there. You fucker. Yeah, he seems a bit clever than the other. Now the guy, Coolness Under Fire guy, he's gonna make another roll. He's still down. That's good. He's still out. Xavier, you are down, and like you can barely kind of you're trying to rise, and your thigh hurts like a son of a bitch. He shot you. I shot, and it got me in the ass. Your hip. Now, did you read up? I was going to read because you have a certain amount of time to get medical attention. And if you don't, you die. You have to make it.
I haven't found it yet because which part should it be?
It would be
damage, but I don't know what patch. Ah, I found it actually. Just
combat and damage. Yeah, it would be under.
It's like recovery, or what part is it? Incapacitated by damage. You can only crawl and mumble through the pain. You can perform any other actions, and you can roll for any skills. But it doesn't say how much it takes for me to die.
Okay, that's sort of important.
Just gonna go feed my cats.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a minute here because I haven't read this bit of it yet about.
Actually, it's
damage armor.
Actually, it's funny because he should have rolled before like a die to be able to kill the Russian guy.
Sorry, I missed that. I was just reading.
Yeah, there's a rule here that's killing blow. A person who's incapacitated by damage is defenseless. If it's a human being and you want to kill them outright, you must file an empathy roll.
Yeah.
Actually, he had to fail an empathy roll to do what he did.
But he's a killer. He's got the specialty.
Ah, he ignores. It's like a thing that he ignores that or something like that. Oh, see, I didn't.
Yeah.
You said he was a killer. I wasn't tying it to a
he's a
thing.
killer. Kind of subtle hint there. I was like,
it's here. Yeah, if you have the killer specialty, at the end it says you can kill defenseless enemies without these negative effects. Ooh. Yeah, because normally, yeah, even if you fail the roll and you still kill it, you can still get 1 stress. But he has that thing. Oh my.
I'm just trying to find out what happens. Like, if you're left alone there, like, do you just, what happens? Do you just get up after a while and you're okay? I think it's like.
It doesn't really, it says that.
Let me just find that. Bizarre second damage hit location. Incapacitated by damage, and then it says, yeah, you can't do anything. So you're until you get medical attention, you.
If no one helps you within a shift, you recover anyway and heal 1 point of damage.
Oh, in a shift.
So basically, if there's not something else killing me, you recover after a shift.
Okay, so a number of hours go by, and you'll kind of get up if I have to get 1 hit point back, sort of thing.
But you can still get infected and all that.
Yeah, I remember. If you don't get within a shift, is it, or a stretch? You have to get.
Unless you are treated with a medical ill roll within a shift after taking damage, you must make an infection roll to resist falling ill.
Okay, so you are in the trees there, incapacitated. Brutal.
Yeah, because I didn't got like a lethal thing, so yeah, I don't die right. Unless, yeah. I'm incapacitated still, so yeah.
Okay.
No death, but yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, it is.
It's the only good thing. I'm not dying yet.
In this game, and if the dice turn on you in a game like this, oh, look out.
Yeah, you're just like always like a couple of dice rolls again.
Yeah, and a couple bad cards and a couple bad dice rolls, and you know, and especially a small crew like this, it could be, and they still have numbers. Like, there's rules if you take out a certain amount of their group, their morale will break, sort of stuff, right? But at this point, they're coming in for the kill. The one crazy guy with the shotgun, he was running up ahead, and well, he got shot. Big, they're all. Yeah, so there's still 3 active, and that leader guy is now up there on the 2nd floor with this rifle.
Right back.
But yeah. So we just found out that eventually, if Xavier's left alone after a shift, he'll recover a hit point.
Oh, good.
And then start recovering. That's if he's left alone. And if somebody gives him aid, of course, they can stabilize him and get him up and so on.
Well, actually, can he still, because he's hit, I can...
If you can do it to yourself if you're able, but you're incapacitated.
Can he crawl?
You can. It said you can crawl. I think you might be able to. It says you can only crawl. Or
Well, but I don't know if I have the action to crawl. Let me check that again.
Yeah.
Maybe it says that I don't have any actions, so it doesn't matter. But
you can crawl 1 hex, and then make a mobility check to see you can go 1 more hex if you're crawling.
you can perform, and you can.
I think.
No, it says yeah, because you can only crawl a mumble. But you can't perform any other action. But I guess I can still take the crawl action then and try to get to the car.
Yeah.
Through the pain.
The game really does a good job of covering stuff. I'm impressed with this game.
Yeah, actually, yeah. It says, while incapacitated, you can still crawl. Like, it's the only thing you can do, but you can do that. So I guess he will try to crawl towards the car. I mean, it's only 1 hex away. So
You'll get there.
I guess I don't need even to roll. Yeah.
No.
So I get to the car.
Streaming blood and kind of.
But I might not be able to get into the car on my own, so still.
We'll probably have to make a mobility check and see if you can get in there with that -2 because you're hip, right?
Yeah. So that's it. I guess that's my fast action. Well, I guess I can. I don't know if I can use the other action to try to get into the car as like a second action.
Yeah,
to crawl into the
that's
car.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's -2, so it's going to be hard. Okay.
We're on round 3 only. Oof.
Let me see. So I have to roll a mobility. I don't know if it automatically. Okay, yeah, automatically adds. I can check that here. At a -2 and nope.
You're trying to open the door and feebly kind of scraping at it. Now we got this guy in the street here. So you're standing now, right, Jason?
Yeah. Well, my plan is to shoot the boss.
Gotcha. Okay, so this guy, you're next, but this guy's gonna shoot at you. Still having bullets. And I'll give you -1 because of the vehicle. He's in range. I can't think of anything else. I think that's it. Oh, goodbye. Oh no. You have no armor?
Nope.
He does 4 damage.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh, damn. And there's a crit. You're not dead, you're down.
Well, I'm at -2.
Yeah, but once you reach 0, you're just down. And,
okay.
But the crit is a factor. He didn't get a critical hit, but if critical hit, you roll the crit table twice and take the highest number.
Right.
It's even more brutal. He hit you in the torso, unfortunately. Oh. And you have a problem because you are bleeding eternally. A very severe problem, apparently. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to drag it into your character sheet. Hopefully that should work. Yeah, so now not only do you have a concussion, check your character out under combat. And this is lethal in a round. In a round. You're going to be dead in 4 to 10 seconds.
And the medic is not there to save
And the
you.
medic is not there.
He's buggered
Wow.
off.
Wow, guys. So you just your chest and you drop back onto the road.
Oh
And
well. These not going to swarm us now, aren't they? And that's it, really.
can you guys do anything?
Oh no.
Yeah, well, you're incapacitated, so you're in the same boat as him. You're kind of your head's rolling around, and you feel like your lungs are punctured and stuff, and
I can crawl.
you can barely crawl.
What I might do is crawl him to death.
Yeah, it says fall down, cannot run, only crawl. It's lethal, and you have seconds. You realize your heart starts to slow down. What goes through your mind in the end, as you see,
Should have gone to Krakow.
as you see this. Oh wow! The Marauders close in, and oh my! They see your eyes glaze over, as your character's eyes just glaze over, and they look up into that sun that came out as you pass away, and the other ones go up to Stefan and roughly drag him out into the street, where they shoot him. And that concludes our campaign.
He thinks, as he's about to get shot, he thinks. Seems I couldn't make a difference after all. Just one more number to the list. More to the list to the... Yeah, one more casualty to the list.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry guys, I will say that. That was...
I think the problem was that our group was too small already. If you had
Yeah.
4 of us, it probably wouldn't have happened.
The game does have a mechanic for that. Like when the cards are drawn, it says PCs times the number.
Scouts would
But it still doesn't... Yeah, that is a factor.
Yeah, but I think what matters more is, like, I don't know in combat, but like out of combat, what from the other session we had, like really it's difficult to cover at times the tasks when you are like party guy that comes from a wall of family and gets relatively early. Well, depends because depends a lot. This character creation is very dynamic, so anything can happen. It can stop at any moment. But my idea is he gets us pretty quickly into like officer school and yeah, races maybe through the ranks or not. We will see about that. How long he goes into the military and
Perfect.
when it's time to work, I guess he goes into Poland. He's like, yeah, let's help the Polish people, and yeah, he tries to be this, feeling himself. I mean, with his background, I feel like he will feel like natural leader and try to get the people through the madness.
So I'm looking at the steps. You're already ahead of the game. First of all, your nationality. You're supposed to pick your nationality, and like I said, you can decide whether or not you're going to have that same time where you didn't know each other, or you can decide that hey, we're going to start as buddies, and we're going to be blah blah blah. 2 farmers, 2 Polish farmers, 2 brothers that we were from the Marine Corps. Anyway, I'll shut up. So pick your nationality, and you guys, like I said, can coordinate.
Yeah, so I guess I picked, so it's American.
And you have a coolness
United
under fire of
Station,
D.
as we say in Spanish.
Wait, what do you say in Spanish for?
In Spanish, well, of lately it's starting to be used American too, but in Spanish, the normal, like, how do you say in English? Gentilize? How do you say it in English? Then like the nationality, I guess, from someone. Well, it's not exactly nationality, but yeah, well, it's nationality too. Instead of saying American, because in Spanish, when you say American, like nowadays, it's more associated with the US, but normally when you say American, we think about the continent. So usually the people from the United States, the actual nationality that we use in Spanish, or as I said, today is starting to use American to Americano in Spanish, so all the same, but usually you'll say estadounidense.
Oh.
Which is specific to the United States.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be like
And-
if I was to translate it directly, something like United Station, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually say we don't call them Americans. Actually, yeah, we do.
You don't call them Americans either? I
Yeah,
think because
yeah,
in
we
English
do. We
it's
do a
supposed
bit
to
in
be
Canada.
American, right?
Yeah, we say Americans, but we also, United States. So yeah, we call them Americans all the time. Actually, you're
Yeah, I
right.
think in English it's American. I think
Yeah.
there's another word for it.
Our southern neighbors. Okay, so you're 18 years old. Kill Us Under Fire D. Choose your nationality. Do you guys have any interest in doing some duo, or do you want to let the fate decide and later on? Because like I said, I want to get 4 people for this game at least. So I've been working on it, and it's. I know Tom's coming next time, and I'm really hoping Eric feels. That's rough what he's going through. So, of course, I was hoping he could use this game to kind of escape from his problems and stuff. Right? He's got leukemia, and so. I leave that door open for him, of course, and then I got a friend he's busy this weekend, and he's probably going to join us. So we're going to have hopefully 4 people next week for sure. And so we're going to start new. And this 4 times for you, Xavier, or 3?
This is
Second character only.
Technically 3. Yeah.
Jason, what are you
Yeah.
thinking? What are you thinking?
Okay, right. So I'm kind of connecting this to the previous character in a sense where obviously he went offline and nobody knows what happened to him and he's disappeared and stuff. And obviously his previous mission is still kind of in action, I suppose. And the nearest people I could find in the area were sort of British soldiers. One of which was SAS. So I'm thinking operator. He's been sort of him and his squad were sent to either retrieve the agent or retrieve a thumb drive.
The thumb drive. Oh, the Marauders. The Marauders have it now. Let's make a note of that.
And so they know where he was because he obviously got some. We will say that at some point he radioed HQ from the resistance camp there, the radio, and he got a message through or something. So they kind of know what area he was in. So that's where they start to look, I guess. So they also know he was headed towards Krakow. So anywhere between where he started and Krakow is where he could be. So it's a bit of a mission, but that's kind of what he's. And his name's Harry Deadeye Marsh. Harry Marsh, SAS.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Xavier going towards officer, so you need education. So we start off with, let's go again, yeah. Attributes. You start with C, so your characters should have C already. Rolled the big number. It's the macros in the manual. I'm looking at life paths right now in the manual, by the way.
Yeah, I remember it was the thing that we.
This is the big die roll. The 2
to the 3.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, my luck changed. It seems from last time.
Did you just max out?
Yeah, the other time I rolled crap, and this time I rolled because you remember the other time.
Yeah,
rolled
I
one,
do.
and you let me roll, and I still roll 1, 2, and now it's boom. It's karma. See, I wanted to save that guy, and.
Yeah, you both played really well there, by the way. I appreciate that. That was well done. I was saddened by that, of course. I did not.
Actually, this is useful for me because I think officers need to have like decent stats to be able to be officers.
Yeah, that's true, and get into school and stuff.
So
All right.
I
So figure out your stats. Jason, hit that number. Are you with us in that? Do you have the?
I've already done the stats.
Oh, okay, good.
Right.
No problem. So childhood. Do you want the dice to decide, or you have something you're picking?
I'm gonna make the dice decide my childhood, I think.
Sweet.
For me.
Intellectual.
Yeah, I'm going with affluent family. Yeah, because I imagine him being like the rich guy. So
Okay.
that feels great.
What's your nationality? And you can change stuff, like I said, throughout the process. You can tinker a bit, but you have some nationality in mind. Xavier.
Ah, yeah, I said American. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. I love it.
I
I love
said
taking
it, yeah.
Americans.
It's American
Oh.
rich guy. Rich
Oh, yeah,
child.
yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, got that. So, you know what? I'm going to make a character as we're doing this. Alright. And he's going to be a USA. Yep. And he's going to be military. So he may even know you or something, this character I'm making, just so you know. Here's I'll catch up to you guys real quick.
So I'm not going to go intellectual because it doesn't really fit my character, I don't think. So I'm going to go street kid
Oh, nice.
instead.
They have some handy stuff. So I got 4 on my hit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So how many? So the skills, I can raise 2 of the skills by 1, can't I?
As childhood, you can raise 1 skill.
1
Yeah,
skill.
childhood is
And it
different.
has-
The rest is always 2, yeah.
Yeah, the rest are always 2. Childhood, you get 1, and it has to be from the list or from the defaults. Driving,
Defaults
mobility.
are driving, mobility, and stamina, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I rolled street kid, but you're a street kid. I'm gonna go small town.
So I get... Okay, I'm going to get persuasion. So D is the first, okay.
And small town 3. I'm a sniper. I rolled a sniper. And you can drag those things on your character sheet, don't forget. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, the child specialty you get automatically, right? You don't have to roll for
That's
it.
right. You don't have to make the skill check. Remember, later on you do. You have to succeed at one of the skills you chose to go to get the
Yeah.
specialty.
One
I
of
got
the ones
sniper.
you
I rolled
raised.
for. That's cool. So I'll take range
where are
com.
we? Oh, okay, hold on. I found it now.
1, 2.
Looking for the list. Okay.
1, 2, 3,
Um,
4. I got A agility. Yeehaw. Okay, remember writing your notes what you're doing and stuff. Child.
Yep. Right, so that's my childhood done.
Small town. Sniper. Okay. So now, first career. I'm going military with this guy.
Yep, so am I.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna go.
You've got to take combat arms, in you first, I think.
Yep. And so you automatically, when you take military, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I think in this guy maybe the kind of guy that at first didn't really know what to do with his life, and then
Loafer.
yeah, he ends with the military because he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to go like liberal arts after the first.
Cool.
Because
So-
the first, you get the first thing and you still don't roll anything, right? It's like after the first, or is that the second that you start rolling the war thing and the agent thing and all that? Well, the
Yeah,
agent
no,
thing you roll.
yeah, the first one you can't get under 1, so it's a moot point. But starting your second life path, you have to start rolling those 2d8s. And if you roll less than your life path, you suffer injury or stress and aging, it's called. And then you could also, the war could start in your second life path if you roll a 1.
Let me remember the.
So I'm a private. I'm going to take combat arms. I'm going to do, I'm just, tempting. My guy is going to be like he's going to do heavy weapons, I think, because, yeah, I might make him a machine. He's a sniper, it said, though.
My guy's a sniper, yeah.
Okay, I'll change that. You're doing the sniper thing. I'm gonna re-roll for that one because that was my childhood thing. I was like, okay, I'll re-roll that. That's fine.
So I have to.
I'm a farmer.
So I can I can choose. I choose 2 skills at 1 advanced. Right.
That's right. Or you can do 1 skill up 2.
2, all right, yeah, okay. And after I choose my skills, I have to roll to get my speciality, don't I?
You have to succeed at one of the skills you just raised.
Right. Okay.
Not your day.
It's not my day, is it? So I don't get a speciality for that, do I?
No. You can learn specialities later, though, so don't despair.
Yeah.
But
So now I need to roll 2d8, right?
Well, first life path, there's no point. You can't get less than one.
Oh, no, you can't. No. Okay.
Um,
So I'll do another term in combat arms, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I cannot H here because this is still I can roll under one, but I have to roll. So H, I cannot H mechanical, but I can H.
Yay!
I did the same thing, Jason. Look at that, with a 12 and a 10.
Ooh, 6. Yeah, I H a
I got
lot because
speciality
I'm rich and lazy. I don't put a lot of effort in school.
Nice.
So my H is now 24.
So my first life path was combat arms.
Where was the H? I don't remember.
D6?
Yeah, but where was the H in the... Like,
it's not on the character sheet. You have to
okay,
just...
so I have to put notes. Okay.
Yeah, notes.
I'm going to do this. So H.
I spent 2 years in combat arms, so I'm 20 years old. You start at 20, or 18, pardon me. 20 years old.
Copy from...
Failed my specialty. Okay, whatever. What's your second one, Jason? You took for your second?
I did combat arms again for another term, and I actually got a speciality that time. I got rifleman. Now I need to roll my 2d8 and see if anything happens. So I've got to get over 2, don't I?
Yeah.
My rolls.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I do it. Okay. So now I'm going into special operations.
Sweet. I'm gonna go to combat support. No, I'm gonna stay grunt.
I think I actually have to choose two because I can go into the thing, but I still have to choose a branch. I have to think about my branch. What branch I could go in.
I'm gonna do the same. Combat arms. That's a good idea.
Maybe combat arms too, or.
Were you going toward officer? You said.
Yeah, officer. Yeah, but you still have to pick like a branch to be an officer of. And
you still need to get a 2 or 1 education, or yeah.
Yeah, I did liberal arts. It says you require 1 term in education. So, and requirements for the like intelligence at least B, not the attribute. Okay, so I meet all of those.
How long is each term? Sorry, is it 4 years or 5 years?
D6.
D6. Okay, right. I didn't do that. So my first term was 5. My second term was 6, and my last term was 3. So that's 5. So that's 14. So I'm now 32.
Nice.
32. I'm gonna go. Combat. I'm gonna see if I can get another speciality.
Okay, I'm going heavy weapons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you nailed it? Oh yeah, I gotta roll for that. Oh, I got it. Yeah, that's right. Dun, Okay, I'm gonna do combat arms again. I'm just taking a grunt. Oh, I have to roll. Remember to roll 2d8s now. First one is for aging. Second one's to see if the war starts.
Yeah. In a minute.
So I'm gonna roll for mine. Okay, here's for aging. Okay, I do not age. This one's for war starts. Oh, war started! For my guy. Unbelievable.
My guy's going to go...
Wow. That's it? I'm... Wow. Well, I'm gonna be a grunt, and man, I rolled just piss poor there. That's hilarious. All right, I'm done. Oh, I got to do my war starts thing.
So I'm going to now roll 2d8, and so my first one will be, this is my first 1d8 for, is it aging, you said?
Yeah, and if you roll a 1, you suffer a stat reduction. Ooh, that was close.
Nope. The next one is for war starts.
Nope.
Nope.
I think this guy is all fans, so I guess he's going to go.
How much range? So 32. I'm now 33. That's good. How many turns do I have to take? Can I
Oh,
take?
I have to go one term into combat acts and maybe then move into combat operation or combat support.
Is there a maximum of terms I have to say?
No, yeah, I think maximum is 6.
6. Okay. Well, I'll take one more term, and well, I'll keep on taking turns until this is my 5th term.
Yeah, and you can have fun with it because sometimes it's like I got another one. It's like, so you have to kind of you got to plan ahead, but yet it's meant to be that disruptive though. It's meant to, you know, you're not sure when the war is going to start in your life.
No, exactly.
And so you can describe how. So you're in the officer corps. My guy was just in the U.S. Marine Corps. He's like a southern. He's from Texas. He's, you know, corn-fed white guy. Basically went into the military after high school if he ended up graduating. He's not very smart. And he's real big. And yeah, he shoots guns well though. That's about it.
Ooh, another specialty. I'm going slower than you guys.
Yeah, take your time. For sure.
Well,
I've done this many times. And this character, I rolled a 1 for the war starting. Like, so I'm just sort of like, so my character is young. He's only, he's 20 years old. Oh no, I have to roll for his aging now. And he's 22. He's just a newbie.
Oh yeah, specialization.
I'll have to get a pick. Oh, burn 2 12s. Boy, the dice.
Yeah, that was see if I didn't succeed in my combat and my skill. I was wondering what I was doing here for a second. Yeah, I didn't succeed in my skill, so I didn't get specialization for that term. So I've now got to roll a d8 and see what happens.
So how many life paths have you had? That's 3?
This is the end of my 5th.
5th? Okay, so you suffered a stat reduction and the war hasn't started.
No.
So you have to pick one of your stats and reduce it by 1. And you can describe what happened during that. What was that life path? You were still in the military?
Yeah. I probably got shot.
Gunshot.
Head injury or something.
Deployed in Iraq.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the Iraq War was the first one was 90 something. Yeah, anyway. So
this is my last term. This has been a 6th term, and I didn't go on my age. I'm 33 plus.
You must have a lot of skills now, though.
Plus 4, so I'm 37 years old.
Wow.
I think I want to stop.
Your skills must be adding up. That was your 5th cycle now you're on?
Yeah.
1, 5.
I'm 37.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I'm going to stop at 37, I think.
Well, yeah, you kind of have to just keep going until the war starts.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do another turn then.
Yeah, you go and go until you're 6, I think, cycles. And then it might just go and go until, you know, you will automatically roll under your life path.
I guess the maximum will be 8, and the war will start because you
Yeah.
can't roll under 8.
Can't roll under 8.
Over 8, sorry. So wait, they have to.
So you got to just keep going. You might be like, that's this game. You could be a 55-year-old guy with tons of.
4.
Yeah, you get some hard asses, don't you? Look at like the Expendables.
Yeah, well, have some fun with it too. The game, right? You know, like kind of.
Okay.
Well, why not?
Happens.
So my guy is gonna be. Oh man. Wow.
So,
Oh, Xavier, you missed one.
No, you didn't miss. That was for the aging and the war starting.
Oh, sorry. Did it start
So
with
yeah,
a
it
2?
was actually good. No, because I'm still.
Oh no,
I
that's
only
okay.
did the.
I'm curious where you're going. So you went into liberal
Yeah,
arts,
he's
officer
going
training.
to actually shift to special. Is a special. I closed the thingy. God damn it! I struggle to have that many things open.
Yeah, I know. I can't stand you can't drag that stuff off the monitor foundry.
Yeah, so it's
Annoying.
like, so he wants to move into here, special operations, because this sounds fancy for him.
so what happens when you run out of things on your list?
Yeah, you just have to pick something. What happens? You're 40 and you go
I don't
back to
know.
where you really wanted to go, like go back in operator or whatever direction you were going. Do another round.
Yeah, I haven't decided what I'm doing yet.
Or something happens. You could be prisoner. Why don't you think outside the box? Like, there's a prisoner one. I took
Yes.
it. It was cool. It's got some great skills. But your life path, you have to think, how did I end up in prison? You could be in prison in Russia or China
Yeah.
for a shift. You know, just ideas thrown out there, right? Like, things can go off the rail in your life even before the war started. You could become a gangster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or become a priest or something.
Oops, that didn't work. Okay, I didn't H match there.
Or just, that's what I mean. This game, you can have a lot of fun with it. I had a character I thought, oh, he goes to prison. Like
Yeah, what I may do is actually, I may think about it. I may scrap this character and start again.
Yeah.
Start his life path a little bit
Nothing
differently.
happens.
Yeah, once you've made a couple characters, I've noticed too, you start to realize the mechanics and you're like, okay, you have the potential to really do a trippy life path. You could, or
Yes.
war can start and,
Yeah,
Like
it can do something really easy, interesting. I mean, I still want to be a special operator, so I'm still going to go that path. I'm just going to go a different route.
yeah, fair enough. I'll
I'm
make you
gonna
another
do-
character, or you just want to reset
I'll
that
just
one?
look back to see again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all this.
I'm really pretty good at this time, much better than the previous
Well,
one.
you rolled max for stat raises.
Yeah, and I haven't aged yet. And the work, I'm on the third path, and sorry, the fourth. Yeah, because the first one is the freebie, I guess. So in the fourth, this was as far as I got the other time.
You took a command. I love it. You learned from last time, I guess. Command
no,
is.
this is good because this is a very
officer.
different guy. This is
Yeah.
this cheery guy that's like, yeah, America.
Yeah, my guy's from Texas. He's gonna be like, he reminds me of the movie Apocalypse Now. Who was it? Earth Mother, the guy, the machine gunner.
Oh, wait, I have to roll to see if I get a specialty again.
Actually, I'll look up. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the other time I got all the specialties, and so far I'm getting all the specialties again. I'm being lucky with the specialties both times. So,
Nice.
fuck, I have to open this again. I feel so slow compared to you guys.
Oh, that's.
So, okay, I need to get another specialty. Which one I can get? I also got something because I might take. What will fit for him? This could fit, I guess. Tactician, or he could be also. Maybe, I mean, he's special operations now. I can get.
Animal Mother. That was his name. The guy, the machine gunner from Full Metal Jacket. That's the movie I'm thinking of. You ever seen that movie? Holy.
Yeah.
You can also, if you're up for it, you can fiddle with your avatars and your stuff on your character, of course, right? I can show you how as well.
Yeah, I think we need to have every images and stuff, avatar images and stuff. We need to.
Yeah.